Well, yes, of course, by the extension of the definition of riba. In other words, if you look at riba from the point of view of somebody making an unfair gain, you know, against the other. And the taxi industry is another critical area.
Taxi industry.
Yes, there are so many irregularities happening, not only from the customers against the drivers, but in fact most of the irregularities is committed by the drivers themselves, particularly those that are entrusted with taxes from others.
Yeah.
You know, the daily earnings, they do a lot of manipulations, lying, what we call it, lying, you know, manipulations, you know, trying to, the worst thing about it is a breach of trust. You know that a good vehicle will cost will cost anything not less than 100,000, 150,000. Somebody take out $100,000, buy a vehicle and entrust it with you. This is a serious, this is a huge trust. So if you manipulate the process in order to make an unfair gain against him, in addition to eating riba, it's also a breach of trust.
Doctor, but you know what they consider a general rule.
Yeah.
That if you have a taxi, if someone gives you his car to apply on the road, you agree on a price that every day you give him 400.
Yeah.
Now, from where the car will, from what you earn in the day, is where you eat your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, what you give to your wife, you know, and then you buy fuel.
Are these, that's interesting, are they the same? you know, I know what they call wachale.
Yes.
The daily money.
That's different from the Versamare.
I know.
Yes.
So if they are clearly written in the form of an agreement.
It's not written anywhere. These are formal.
Or even if they are not written, but they are clearly expressed by the tax owner.
They are not expressed anywhere. The thing is, it is considered and understood as a basic rule. Sometimes people will tell you that now, go every day, you bring me $400. Yeah, especially for those having this 190 and stuff like that.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's an agreement sort of.
So
if you go, even if you make $5,000, the only thing you do is you just go and give the the owner of the taxi, he's $400.
Okay, and then the rest?
You put it in your pocket. That's what they do.
That's a haram thing.
It's haram.
You know, the fair interpretation of give me $400 a day is, the fair interpretation is that that's the minimum.
Okay.
That's the minimum. That's the fair interpretation. So if you are so lucky to gain more, give him more. Okay. The fact of the matter is that, you know, the essence of the agreement is that this is somebody's car, it's being given to you to make money. At the end of every day, you deposit money. That's the essence of the agreement. So if you capitalize on this so-called, this loose and open-ended sort of custom, that every day you bring this amount and you have to have your breakfast, you have to have your dinner, your wachale, whatever. And after all, what type of breakfast? Because I had a complaint from from a taxi man, from a car owner. He said his taxi driver, every day he will have good meat as breakfast, lunch he eats well, dinner he eats well, whereas he himself at home and his family, it takes them ages they don't eat meat. So then I asked, what was the nature of the agreement between you and the taxi driver? Because naturally also you cannot expect the taxi driver to be running the whole day without eating. And that is why sometimes some of these things we take them lightly, we should not take them lightly. It should be written clearly.
Written?
That's the best thing. Agreements should be written, although verbal agreements also can be binding. But the best thing is for agreements to be clearly written, so that we make sure that we...
They will tell you that the mandeo, the ma'an. So you said, wow. But the ndeo and the ani, maybe this ndeo, you know, you can never know,
it's a critical area.
Okay. Doctor, what we do now, we'll take our first break, inshallah. When we come back, we'll open the lines so that people will call and ask different questions. And also we'll continue asking the questions that we were asked previously until our time ends, inshallah. We'll take this break now.
خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. We welcome you once again to ICRA. Now we'll open the lines for you to call and ask questions pertaining to what we're discussing today, that is riba, and of course the general business of riba, you know, including taxes and whatsoever. Now if you want to call and ask questions, the only number you can call is 00220-437-3910, 00220-437-3910. If you are inside the country, you can call 437-5905, 437-5905. Doctor, we continue. Yes, the issue of the taxi drivers, I think we'll have to dedicate a specific date for that. Now,
and you know, there's one general phenomenon about the way we relate when it comes to these transactions. I'm sure it is not by design, but it must be by an act of God. That people who tend to live on haram money, they cannot prosper.
Allah Akbar.
They cannot prosper.
We take this call. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Baji, can you help us here? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Sorry, wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
We're fine.
Okay, so I have a question here. Very interesting program.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm thanking you all.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now this specific situation,
Yes.
someone will come and give you something, so which will not disturb both sides, because the businessman will tell you, so if you want to pay now, you pay $10.
Okay.
Okay, but every day I can come, you give me $2 or $3.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, price will be extended to 15, something like that.
Okay, like the Bechex will do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think it's a very good question.
On Islamic part of it is the two prices being given to one commodity. You just give one price. You know, the language that we use to communicate must be clear. You understand? Is it on cash basis, or is it a deferred payment sale that we are selling on deferred payment basis? Whatever the case is, it has to have the price. If the agreement is that this is on payment deferred, is on deferred payment basis, and this is the give one price. In other words, what is not allowed is to give two different prices
To one commodity.
to one commodity at the same time, and no one would know which is which.
Okay.
By alternative, by wahida. So that is the irregularity about it. But otherwise, payments can be made by installments. Islam recognizes that.
Yeah.
You are supposed to pay $500. Instead of giving them at one lump sum, you can pay them in 3 installments.
And also, I don't know whether this can also be a possibility. You know, for example, that if you sell this commodity for $100, the person is going to pay in installment.
Yeah.
The fare you will be paying to come and collect it, go in and come in, will cost you $50.
Yeah.
You can simply, before charging $100, tell them to pay $150. One price.
Yeah, you're talking about it, pricing is another technical issue.
Yeah, don't give two prices.
Whatever because normally what you do, you look at the cost, the cost of the in other words, the capital, the buying cost.
Yeah, the
you
transport.
understand? That will have to include the transport. Somebody who travel all the way to Guinea-Bissau, let's say you buy palm oil, you come back. Can you just say that, well, when I was in Bissau, I bought it at this price, and I'm going? No, you have to check the cost. Cost of hotel accommodation if you live in the hotel. In order, the total cost, the global cost, or the grand total cost of the whole thing. So based on that, you make your prices.
Okay.
And again, the essence of any sale exercise is to make money out of it. I mean, in other words, like if there's no profit, then there's not selling. Selling and buying, by definition, has to lead to or produce profit.
Okay.
But it has to be reasonable. It has to be fair, and it has to be straightforward. There's no need to lie.
Okay.
If the total cost, including air ticket or bus fare or whatever hotel accommodation, food is $50,000, don't say 55.
Okay.
It's $50,000, including the things that you bought. Then based